Welcome into the Gridiron Grind, Creed 3 and Jimmy G. What's up, Jimmy?
What's up, Karita? How you doing, man?
Good, I'm good. Better than last week. I was out sick last week. Had a lot of
Yeah.
people reach out like, "Where's the podcast? Where's the podcast?" Um, dude, I was in rough shape last week. This time last week, so I'm recovered. I'm ready to go. We had to miss last week, but we're back, and we missed a lot. We missed a lot. We were going to preview the Texas Ohio State game and all the other game. What a week of college football. But the big news, as both of us are Cowboy fans, pretty big trade happened last week. Micah Parsons, Jerry Jones sends Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers. We get 2 first rounds and a defensive tackle who's probably over the hill. We'll just start with you, Jimmy. What are your thoughts? Micah Parsons no longer a Dallas Cowboy.
At first, it's kind of, especially being a Dallas sports fan and already having Luca,
Yeah.
still not liking that trade because we basically got it's like the Ed Monix trade in semi-pro. We get a washing machine and a sandwich, so
2 sandwiches.
Luca, and then yeah, and now we see another generational superstar, kind of the face, if you will, of the franchise get shipped off and get traded away. Um, I think, unlike the Luca trade, I'm sitting here going, "Hey, man, trade him if you're not gonna sign him, trade him. Don't do this holdout thing." Um, so I didn't. Once I came to grips with it, I'm like, okay, fine, like trading. Fine. To the Packers, yeah, that kind of sucks because
Yeah.
obviously the playoff last time, much less the Dez caught it fiasco. So seeing him go to somewhere else, maybe the AFC would have been better personally, but 2 first rounds and a 3-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle. We'll see. I think Kenny Clark will start for us.
Yeah,
Could
he
we have
better.
gotten, yeah, no joke. Could we have gotten more? Maybe. I don't know. I'm of the firm opinion until I get concrete evidence from all the other 31 NFL owners. I say this every offseason, anytime a bunch of us are together, and you and I think you're in the same boat as me. Anytime some big free agent, Stephon Diggs for a 5th round. Well, why didn't the Cowboys do that?
Yeah.
Well, because they would not have given the Cowboys that same deal. I'm firmly convinced had Micah Parsons been on another team, they might have been 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and a third. But because it's Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys, 2 firsts and Kenny Clark might have been all the best we could do. So again, I just think they trade different. Teams will trade different with Jerry and the Cowboys. So after I've had some time to sit on it, I'm not that upset with it. Like I said, if you're not going to sign him, trade him. Don't let this crap linger on all year. I think we both kind of have similar expectations to the Cowboys this year. So, let's try to build something for the future.
I'm all for building for the future. Where Jerry Jones screwed up was signing Dak. I don't agree with signing Dak to all that money we did last summer, but we can't do nothing about that. So if that's the direction we're going, then yeah, we got to build for the future. And here's the deal. We weren't sniffing the playoffs with Micah Parsons, and we're not sniffing it without him. Um, so okay, Micah Parsons, I don't like the optics of how it was going down. So you make up your mind to trade him. But I'm with you. Jerry Jones is a businessman, and we got more than we got for Luca. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
But
100%.
I think there should have been another draft pick or another. I think we should have got 4 things, whether it's 3 draft picks in a player or 2 first rounders, 2 starter type players. I think Micah Parsons, he's a next level defensive end, and I think he was worth a little bit more. Now I'm fine with trading him, but that can't be all the Cowboys do. If we're going to really rebuild this, we need more than 2 draft picks and Kenny Clark to get back into the playoffs. And I just don't know the direction that Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys are going. I think we really set this franchise back when we re-signed Dak, and I've always been a big Dak fan, but I've come to the realization, good guy, just not going to get it done on the football field, and he costs way too much money for what he can give us on the football field. I think we'd have been better off keeping CeeDee Lamb and keeping Micah Parsons, but letting Dak go and trying to draft a quarterback on a rookie deal, and then let's see what happens because that's the only way forward I see for the Cowboys. Now we've gotten rid of Parsons. We're stuck with Dak. We have CeeDee Lamb. We'll have Pickens for at least a year. I don't know the direction, the long-term future of this program, of the Cowboys franchise. I feel like we are have the next 5 years, Jimmy. I see no future, no hope for the Cowboys. I don't see a way out of this.
Yeah, now we've got to build. We now instead of getting lucky on one draft pick at the quarterback position, of course, that's a hard one to, you really got to hit a grand slam with your quarterback. But
Yeah.
now we've got to either get lucky at multiple draft picks, multiple positions, or we've got to bring in, big time free agents or somehow do something which we're not really prone to do here lately, which
No.
is go out and fill a bunch of these gaps in free agency. Like you said, I like Dak. I like
I do too.
Romo. I like Dak. People want to bash him, and I go, well, who's available? Same thing I said with Romo. Who's available? That's better. I don't want to know who's better. I want to know who's available that's better.
Yeah, there's plenty of guys
There's,
better, but we can't get
yeah,
them. We're not getting Patrick
who's
Mahomes.
available.
We're not getting Josh
Right.
Allen.
Exactly. Like Lamar, Josh Allen. Now
Yeah,
those
we're not
guys are
getting those
available.
guys.
Who's available that's better? Nobody. So, okay. But yeah, I mean, I is he worth more? Parsons is worth more to me,
Yeah.
more to you. I think he's worth more to the fan base. But I will say there's not a lot of kind of backlash on this like there was the Luka trade because I think the fans, at least they can see we got something of some value
Well, true.
in return for it, and
But
and then you get
Luca
into the
in basketball, one-star player is enough. In
100%.
football, like
Just been defined.
I didn't have the Cowboys make the playoffs with Micah Parsons anyway. But my problem is the long-term future. Um,
Yeah.
we got to come out of this year headed in some kind of direction, and I think we're just going to be another 8-9 team. 7-10. I just don't see it. And Jerry Jones is like, well, we're going to use those draft picks. He's trying to tie it into the Herschel Walker deal. I think he
Mhm.
watched the documentary and he was like, I did it before, I'm gonna do it again. Well, Jerry, like the problem is, uh, like have you seen that meme, that Family Guy meme, and he's like he sells the boat for like a prize box, and they're like, why would
Oh
you
yeah.
sell the boat? And he goes,
Yeah.
because anything could be in this prize box.
Mystery box.
Our
Yeah.
mystery box. Heck, it could even be a boat. And that's like Jerry Jones, like, well, we could do anything with these draft picks. Heck, we could draft the next Micah Parsons. Like, he's so
Yeah.
stupid. I mean, you just had Micah Parsons. Why would you trade him
Yeah.
for draft picks trying to just draft him again? Just keep him. Uh, I don't see it. He's trying to strike gold again with the Herschel Walker trade. Speaking of that, have you watched the documentary?
I've watched some of it. I try to watch it uninterrupted, so
Yeah,
I hadn't been
you
able to
have
even.
to. That,
Wife keeps me busy, so I've been able to watch 3 or 4 episodes.
okay.
We just finished back to back.
Yeah,
Uh,
good
I just
times.
finished back to back. One more thing before we jump onto that, I will say, you talk about the kind of don't really know what Jerry's doing, and and I'm convinced that there's stuff, that goes on obviously behind the scenes. It's going to sound like a no-brainer comment. There's stuff that goes on behind the scenes that obviously we don't know about as fans, general public, that they won't tell us. And you get bits and pieces of it. You get bits and pieces about Parsons as a locker room kind of cancer guy. And then you hear about, well, he doesn't really stay in his assignments on the field. He just tries to make the big play for himself, which you and I can watch the game and go, yeah, that makes perfect sense now because how many times did he lose containment or
Oh,
rush too far up the field?
he's
And you're
bad at
going,
rush defense. Yeah.
yes. So we're going, oh, okay, well, that kind of makes sense. So, but obviously, the organization, Jerry and Steve and everybody can't come out and just go, well, here's really what it is. He's bad in the locker room. He's da 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 da. They can't just turn it all loose because no one will want to come play here because they'll go, man, they will just throw
Yeah.
me under the bus.
Yeah. If I
So
don't
I just
agree
have
with
to kind
Jared.
of have hope. I just kind of have to have faith that they're going to do something like you said, going back to the direction. I just kind of have to hope we have faith, like we, like you said, and we'll get some direction going forward, like we had in the documentary. Thing is
Yeah.
amazing. I put it up there with The Last Dance.
Oh, it
And
is.
The Last Dance is probably the best one because also
Yeah.
it benefited from being during COVID when
Yes.
we needed something. This country needed something to pull us through, and The Last Dance was exactly that. But this Cowboys one is amazing. My favorite part so far was Jimmy Johnson telling the guy he was on the wrong field to have asthma.
Yeah.
I
There's so
I
many great
laughed out
parts.
loud. I
There's
laughed
a
out loud.
there's a great part. There's so many great parts. I won't run the because there's some great parts coming up that you haven't seen yet. It's awesome. That was our childhood in the 90s. I mean, when I was a kid, it was the Cowboys were winning the Super Bowl every year. That was my memories of the Cowboys, and
Mhm.
reliving it is so awesome. How good we had it. And when you're a kid, you're just thinking this is gonna happen all the time. No, we hadn't even made it to the conference championship since '95. It just
Right.
goes to show egos will run almost anything. And I mean, that's what happened. Cowboys, Jerry Jones, Jimmy Johnson, the egos uh, got in the way.
Yeah,
And that's
the
why
toast that never
the
was.
toast never
You
was.
know.
I mean,
Yeah.
just ego. Like, and it's on both sides. Jimmy Johnson could have just given him the credit and swallowed
Yeah.
it and moved on. Jerry could have stayed behind the scenes and said, you know what, let Jimmy have his day. He'll be gone one day, but I'm still going to own this team. No,
Yeah.
neither one of them. They both wanted credit, couldn't stand it, and cost us. Who knows what they cost us? I mean, we could have had a
For
run like
sure, three
the
in a
Patriots.
row.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
run like the Patriots had before the Patriots had it. But it's fun to relive it. It's a great documentary. Michael Irvin is awesome.
Yeah.
Uh, they really feature him a lot. Troy's great. Emmett's great. I mean, it's awesome. It's a great documentary. Uh, Cowboys this year. I don't have high hopes. I think they go 8-9. I don't think they have a winning record. We're not better than the Eagles in the division. I don't think we're better than Washington. I don't see us making the playoffs. What's your season long outlook on the Cowboys this year? I think Dak, if he stays healthy, he'll be okay. I think Lamb and Pickens have pretty good years. We don't have a running game. Our offensive line's okay. We can't stop the run on defense. Now we don't have a pass rush. Our secondary, it won't. I mean, they're okay. We'll have Diggs and we'll have Bland. We won't be able to stop anybody who runs the ball like Pittsburgh or like Philadelphia. I think Dak stays healthy. We're an 8-9 football team. What are your outlook on the Cowboys this year?
That's where I had us 8-9 or 9-8. I think there's a swing game, like possibly splitting one with Washington, but I agree. I think we're third best team in the division, and that's because the Giants are in worse
Giants, we're not as
shape
bad as the
than we
Giants
are.
at
They're
least. Yeah.
awful. Like,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, kind of like what you said, is like we're just kind of middle of the road. That's why there for a while we were 8-8 for a decade.
Feels like that's right
Seemed
back
like we
where we
were,
are.
yeah, we were 12-4 forever. And now I'm just going, it doesn't matter how many games they want to put on the schedule. We're hanging around that 500 mark. And
Yep.
so, yeah, 8-9, 9-8, like I said, and that's if a swing game goes our way. But that's about it. You pretty much summed it up. That was my thoughts exactly. Is I bet we win one, nobody thought, and
Yep.
people go, oh, uh-oh, okay, look
Cowboys.
out. And then we'll go play a team and just get rubbed, like
Yep.
Seahawks or somebody, and they'll just blast us. Yeah, it'll be a team we should beat and have no business even being on the field with us because on paper we're so much better, and they'll fold us over.
And then we'll
So
lose, and then we'll lose to a team that we'll have no business losing to, like the
yes,
Cardinals last year, or whoever it
yes,
was, that just ran all over us.
yeah,
We'll lose to somebody like that at home.
that's who it was. It wasn't the Seahawks; it was the Cardinals.
Cardinals, yeah, just ran all
Yeah,
over. Couldn't stop the run. We'll lose a game like that. Like when we lost to the Browns a few years ago, they were terrible when we lost to the Browns at home. I mean, it's so predictable. We'll beat it, like you said, we'll beat somebody we're not supposed to beat, and then we'll lose somebody we're not supposed to lose to, and then we'll go 500 basically. Not a good outlook for the Cowboys. It's a bad time to be a Cowboys fan right now. Maybe they'll surprise us. Fingers crossed you can hope, but I don't see it. Super Bowl picks. Who do you like in the Super Bowl this year? Of course, you have the Eagles beating the Chiefs.
Mm.
In my opinion, I don't know if anybody got better than the Eagles. Who do you like in the AFC? Who do you like in the NFC?
The NFC, I got to go Philly till somebody
Yeah.
can beat them. I got to go Philly.
I got the Eagles over the Packers. I'm going to put the Packers number two. I think they're close enough. They get a guy like Parsons that can really do a lot for them. If their receivers are good enough, I think Jordan Love's going to be pretty good. They got Josh Jacobs running game. Their defense is really good. I think it's the Eagles over the Packers in the NFC. Who do you like in the AFC?
I really want them to win one for Jim Kelly. I'm gonna go with Buffalo, even though
Me
they
too.
constantly let me down every year in the playoffs. And it seems like the NFL, they really want, these for all the conspiracy heads. The NFL seems to really love Buffalo. They started to get behind Lamar and the Ravens, and they couldn't get it done. And now they've switched to Buffalo, it seems. Buffalo can't get it done. I don't know. I want Buffalo to do it. And so I'm going to go Eagles and Buffalo in the Super Bowl.
Me too. That's my Super Bowl pick as well. I'm even gonna throw out a teaser selection here. I'm gonna say that it's gonna be so the second round of the playoffs. They're going to announce that Taylor Swift is going to be the halftime show at the Super Bowl this year, and then the Chiefs are going to lose to Buffalo or Baltimore, and then so it's going to be Buffalo and Baltimore in the AFC Championship. So that'll clear the path. So Taylor, all the Swifties, no distractions for her. She can perform at the halftime show without Travis being in the game. And then I'm going to go with Buffalo over the Baltimore in the AFC. And then I'm going to root like crazy for the Bills, but I still think the Eagles are the best team in the league. I'm going to go Eagles over the Bills.
Yeah, I mean, they're right now they're doing what the Cowboys talk about that documentary.
Yeah,
They read that book and they're doing exactly what we did. They're picking up free agents, they're drafting well. I mean, they're just there. It seems like everyone there's a culture in Philly. A lot of the great teams have a culture. The Patriots, Steelers of the 70s, 49ers of the 80s, Cowboys of the 90s. Mentioned the Patriots, like I said, and the Eagles, there's a culture. The Chiefs right now, there's a culture. They have a winning. The Seahawks, you get guys, they go, oh yeah, that guy fits there. That's a Steelers guy. That's a Seahawks guy. The Eagles, they have that culture right now, and I don't see anyone better than them.
I
Of course,
agree.
if I'm betting, obviously you take the field, but
Yeah,
you know,
I agree. All right, let's turn switching gears here. We'll go to college football. Huge week one last week. I mean, just a phenomenal slate of games. You had, I mean, the four big ones: Texas, Ohio State, Alabama, Florida State, Clemson, LSU, Notre Dame, Miami. Of course, the Horns lose. Frustrating game as a Longhorn fan. Thought I was going to get a little bit more out of Steve Sarkisian and Arch Manning. Hats off to Ohio State. Matt Patricia ate Sark's lunch, made Arch look not good. That was a bad outing. I mean, it's a tough. First of all, everything Texas always gets either overhyped or the overreaction, and you got both. You have Arch as the Heisman, and then he looks like a dud, and now it's the he's terrible. I think the truth is somewhere in between. I think he still has potential to be pretty good. I think he saw a very good defense against a very good defense coordinator running some NFL coverages. I've seen a couple breakdowns. I think Ohio State provided some looks that Sark and Arch were not ready for, and our receivers didn't do a good job handling it. Still, I expected more. I'm disappointed in that, but again, love Texas's defense. Uh, and I mean, is Ohio State defending national champs at their place? So we'll see. I'm not ready to write off Texas just yet. They got three cupcakes, and then at Florida and OU, I'll kind of judge them after that. But again, I was expecting more. But the shocker, Jimmy, Alabama going down to Florida State. Holy cow! Alabama is in trouble.
yeah, they look bad. And you and I, we've talked about it and joked. The culture at Alabama, well, we've always said Alabama will be good as long as Saban's there. He's
Yep.
just that guy. You put Saban, send him back to Michigan State, and guess what? Michigan State in a couple years is they're talking about national powerhouse. Kalen DeBoer comes in. First thing he does, they want to talk about Jerry Jones firing Tom Landry right out of the gate. First thing Kalen DeBoer does is redo the man's office. I get it. Hey, it's your office now, Kalen. Dude, right at the, I mean, Saban hadn't even made it to the parking lot yet. You've demolished the man's office. You
Yeah.
better win. You don't come out and get drummed by some call a kind of a gimmick overhyped coach Mike Norvell and the Florida State Seminoles get drummed. They are panicking in Tuscaloosa and probably rightfully so because Alabama's on the same trajectory that Oklahoma was after Bob Stoops and Lincoln Riley left, where it's going, oh crap,
Yep.
oh crap. We are about 3 bad seasons away from being Nebraska, from being the, do you remember? Yeah, I remember. Golly, that's terrible.
You're right.
So,
It's a
yeah,
bad
how
path.
about that?
But you, in our preview episode of the Grand Grind, you've had Alabama under. Gotta love that for your under. Uh,
Right. Looking good.
Also, shout out, I had Army under. They lose to Tarleton.
Tarleton State.
That Army under is looking great. Also, Jimmy has LSU as his preseason national champ. They go on the road and beat Clemson. First time in like 5 or 6 seasons, LSU's won their opener. Of course, they always schedule a tough opener. LSU, Garrett Nussmeier looked good.
Yeah.
Garrett Nussmeier looked pretty good. I like LSU. I like that was a big win for them because I was high on Clemson. But LSU, that was a big win. And then how about Miami getting the win over Notre Dame? Notre Dame probably was a little overhyped a little bit. Miami looked pretty good. Did you get to watch that game Sunday night?
I did. I got to watch some of it and two things. Man, I tell you, quarterback play at Notre Dame is worse than I thought.
You know,
Like Carr, by the way, Lloyd Carr's grandson, that's got to make for an awkward Thanksgiving when your grandfather, it goes Bo Schembechler, Lloyd Carr,
yeah,
as far as Michigan coaches go. I
yep.
know Harbaugh just won one, but he's not up there with those
He's a
two.
distant third. Yes.
Yes. And you went to Notre Dame. Now, maybe Michigan didn't offer you. Whatever. Bet they did. You went to Notre Dame. Oh, awkward Thanksgiving. Dude, he did not look good. Miami looked Miami looked ready. Miami surprised me. Um, I like I said, I was really impressed. They got after him on defense too. Miami's defense was
Yes.
in the backfield
Those
a
defensive
lot.
ends for Miami.
Yes.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Miami's going to give Clemson a run for their money in the ACC. Georgia Tech. So we got a couple teams. ACC might be better than everybody was thinking.
Mhm.
SEC maybe not as good. Georgia. Nobody talks about Georgia. Georgia's the class of the SEC. They just do what they do. They beat
Mhm.
the crud out of Marshall. Nobody talks about. But SEC wise, Georgia, LSU were the two best teams in my opinion from the weekend. Big Ten, I think it's Penn State, Ohio State. Oregon also looked pretty good. We'll see what Oregon does with a tougher schedule. This week, week two, there's only one decent game, ranked first ranked game. That's number 15, Michigan at number 18, Oklahoma. And OU started off as a 2.5 point favorite. And they're now a 5.5 point favorite. So it's been bet up to 5.5. What do you think? OU hosting Michigan. They got their John Mateer, the new quarterback for OU. He threw for almost 400 yards last week. Of course, they didn't play nobody, but looked pretty good. Michigan broke in their 5-star quarterback. OU's defense pretty good, but the OU run game not impressive. I don't think their stud running back Ott from California played, but they'll take on Michigan. Michigan's got a pretty good defense. What are your thoughts, OU Michigan this week?
This is going to be a game for both of them. Michigan won. Dave Portnoy, all that stuff going in. He's trolling Ohio State, the Ohio State Texas game. All the money to get that 5-star stud quarterback to just basically buy him outright. OU, I think OU needs this more than Michigan, but make no mistake, Michigan needs this win to kind of help overcome the sanctions that came down finally from the Harbaugh Burgergate and all that stuff. And so uh, I'll be interested to see if this Mateer guy can duplicate that. He can throw for close to 400 on Michigan. I'll give it to him. And then
Well, yeah,
Oklahoma,
that's a tall task.
yeah, because I'm going, okay, you can do that against Michigan defense, then all right, because Michigan's going to bring it. I don't care if it's in Norman or in the Big House. So I'm kind of excited to watch this.
Yeah, I'm definitely. It's the only decent game the whole Saturday. It's not a good slate. I'm excited to watch it. Could see if OU how for real OU is. They had a big game, big stage last year against Tennessee, fell flat. This is their opportunity from a national audience. The transfer portal, were they able to portal guys in? I still have. We'll see if Mateer's legit. The running back, like I said, running game has to be better, but Ott, I think, is going to play. Uh, appears the receiving core is better than it was last year. The big question mark I have for OU, and we'll really see if we get an answer Saturday night, is their offensive line. If their offensive line better, I think you can really take them serious in the SEC. If it's not, I mean, they're going to be tested. I know they got some inexperience there, some real low
Mhm.
level group of five guys who transferred in and starting. I think they're starting a true freshman tackle. So we'll really know if that OU offensive line is legit or not because Michigan's got some dudes now.
Don't say that because they'll end up with a star on their helmet with those two first round picks.
Dude, if Michigan has a guy who can breathe and chew gum at the same time, Jerry Jones is going to draft him. I mean, how
Uh,
many Michigan D linemen have we drafted?
I mean, we Taco and Mozzie, both of them are awful, and not. I mean,
And we drafted what,
Hill
two
was at
guys in the
UCF,
secondary?
but
Yeah. And then Michigan, we'll see what their offense is like. They got a five-star quarterback. I mean, Brett Venables, he knows how to coach up some defense. Uh, I like OU. I wish I would have bet this when it was under 3. I would have took OU for 3 points for sure. It's getting too close to a touchdown. Uh, so I'm a little hesitant to take OU now. But 3, I would take OU. I think OU wins the game. Is my prediction.
that's that's going to be. I mean, like I said, both. It's a big game for both schools. Michigan kind of wanting to shake off and go, guys. It wasn't a fluke. We wasn't cheating. It was, we're that good. And like I said, OU trying to escape my Nebraska comparison. So
Yeah.
we'll see. But like you said, that offensive line for Oklahoma's got to show up. That's the only way Mateer, if he's going to have to air the ball out because, like you said,
I think so.
unless they're just hiding this stud running back, uh, their running game's not that impressive. So it's going to be through the air then. So we'll see. But if the offensive line doesn't show up, it's going to be a long day.
Could be. And that's not wouldn't be a good look for OU. Second year in a row, a big game early in the season at your place. So it's a big game. I think it's a huge game for OU. Um, I think it's bigger for them than it is for Michigan. So, all right, we got about 9 minutes left in the show tonight. Let's finish with our best bets. Let's finish with our picks. Of course, we gave out preseason ones a couple weeks ago. We didn't have a show last week because of sickness. So it's our first official week giving picks, and it's NFL. So Jimmy, I got 4 NFL, 3 college.
I got 4-4.
Okay. I got a Thursday night. It's the Eagles hosting the Cowboys. This thing's at 7. There ain't no way the
Yep.
Cowboys are keeping this within 7. I'm just going to go in order of date. So Thursday night, I got the Eagles -7 over the Cowboys.
I'm going Dallas +7.
Really?
Give me
Okay.
Dallas +7. Watch this. Don't bet this early. Wait for this.
You can
I
get
can
there's
see
some
this
seven and a
moving.
halfs. You can get some more than a touchdown.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think this moves, but Dallas plus money.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
I think we score late to keep it to cover that.
All right. Friday night, there's an NFL game. It's in São Paulo, Brazil. It's the Chiefs Chargers. Chiefs are favored by 3.5. I'm going to take the Chargers plus 3.5. I think they keep it within a field goal. The Chargers might even upset them. I think the Chiefs might be on a downward trend They're starting to come on the backside of this dynasty. Chargers are on the come up, made the playoffs last year. I like the Chargers over there in Brazil plus 3.5 Friday night.
Okay. I'm going to get into college. Arkansas State, Arkansas last week took it to Alabama A&M, and this week playing Arkansas State, playing little brother, a game that the state of Arkansas, Arkansas State, they've wanted it for a while, and now they get it in Little Rock, going back to War Memorial. That's it's a big game for the state of Arkansas. War Memorial that always sells out. It's a smaller stadium, place to be packed, to be loud, be Red Wolves versus the Razorbacks. So give me over 62. Arkansas State, pretty good quarterback. I think they're going to pull out all the stops. And I
Yeah.
think if they can get a couple on the board, I think Arkansas will be in the 50s again. And I don't think 62 is enough. So give me over 62 odds and
Razorbacks
regular.
put up 50 again. I think you win that bet for sure.
Yep.
Another Friday game. It's a college game. You got James Madison at Louisville over 55. James Madison's a real deal. They're a dark horse to get into the playoff, especially with Boise State looking how they looked. Uh, and they're at Louisville. Louisville, they scored a lot of points in their opener. I think this is 55 is too low on a Friday night. Give you something to watch. James Madison, Louisville, both are going to get in the 30s, I think. And Louisville might even get in the 40s. But I think over 55 is the play here. James Madison at Louisville over 55 on a Friday night.
Like it. Next one, Baylor, SMU. Give me the ponies minus 2.5.
Yeah.
Baylor's in trouble.
Great.
SMU,
They can't stop the
keep it
run.
coming.
They're in big trouble.
Yep. Big trouble. SMU, we talk about the offensive line. They've got a great offensive line. It's going to be more of the same. Ponies, 2.5 is not enough. SMU wins big.
All right, two games on Saturday for me. Vanderbilt at Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech played really well against South Carolina. Here's the problem. I think they might have overdone themselves preparing for that first game because they knew it was a big one in Atlanta. I don't think they're going to be prepared to go back-to-back SEC schools. Vanderbilt can play Diego Pavia, and Vanderbilt's getting a point and a half. I think Vanderbilt should be favored. I think the Commodores get upset. I don't think the Hokies are ready for what's coming. So give me Vanderbilt plus 1.5 over Virginia Tech.
I like it. Kansas and Missouri. Give me Kansas plus 7.
Nice.
Jayhawks are already 2-0. I like them. I think they probably
Daniels
win
playing
this
well.
game outright. Jaden Daniel, exactly. Daniels is dynamic. I think they sneak up. They at least keep it close, if not win outright.
Good bet. San Diego State playing Washington State. San Diego State's only getting 3 points. Think about that. Washington State, we're a Power Five in the Pac-12. Now no one knows what they are really. I think San Diego State is a sneaky good group of five team, and the Vegas is kind of telling you, they're only favored by 3. I think San Diego State sneaks up and gets the upset. Give me the Aztecs of San Diego State plus 3 over Washington State.
I like it. My last college, Tulane and South Alabama. Give me over 51. 51's low. Retzlaff transferred from BYU, had himself a game last week for the Green Wave. And I think Tulane, I think they just keep it rolling. I think the waves start crashing, and 51 not going to be enough. So give me Tulane, South Alabama, over 51.
All right, I got 2 NFL bets Sunday. Packers Lions. Close line. Packers, you can get it -1. I think the Packers are better than the Lions now with all the turnover the Lions had. So I'm going to take the Packers -1 over the Detroit Lions on Sunday.
Love it. I've got one in that same game. Give me Packers, Lions. Give me Lions money line plus 110.
Oh, okay. You're going to take the Lions money line.
I think there's a lot of hype. Parsons needs an injection. That might be another reason we get rid of him. I don't know. Again, some of that stuff that they don't come out, maybe they can't release or whatever. Anyway, I think there's a lot of drama around the Packers, a lot of hype. I think the Lions, Dan Campbell, that man make you run through a brick wall. Lions are going to be ready. Lions money line plus 110.
All right. We got good show tonight. We got two games right there that we're going against each other.
Love it.
Sunday night game, Bills, Ravens. I love the Bills, a preview of the AFC Championship in my eyes. I think the Bills win in September, and I think they win again in January. So give me the Bills -1 against the Ravens Sunday night football.
It's a good bet. Stay in another division. Giants, Commanders. Give me Commanders -6.5. The Giants, I don't care if they got Cam Scatterbo, John Rambo. It don't matter. Commanders -6.5. That's they're going to win this by 2 scores. And then for my last one, Steelers and Jets. Rodgers
Oh
facing the
yeah.
Jets again. Steelers -2.5.
Oh, that's a
They're
good.
going to be amped to play. DK, they get DK Metcalf. They're getting Aaron Rodgers. Um, Steelers, they got Mike Tomlin. I mean, just the Jets are awful. 2.5, just not enough. Also, could get a field goal at the end type deal, but I don't even think it'll be needed. I think the Steelers win this comfortably.
And don't forget Justin Fields now the quarterback for the Jets, correct? Didn't he win the job?
Yes. So
So,
there you
you
go.
know what? I love that bet, Jimmy. Put it on my card as well. Same reasons. I'm going to tell
Love
you
it.
there. Steelers, I'm putting it on my card, -2.5. All right, here we go. Rundown of our picks. We'll start with mine first. NFL, I'm going Eagles -7 over the Cowboys. Chargers +3.5 against the Chiefs. Packers -1 over the Lions. Bills -1 over the Ravens. Steelers -2.5 over the Jets. College on Friday night, I got James Madison and Louisville over 55. Vanderbilt +1.5 against Virginia Tech. San Diego State +3 against Washington State. Jimmy, NFL, he's got Cowboys +7.5 against the Eagles. And then he's got Lions money line against the Packers. Commanders -6.5 against the Giants. Steelers -2.5 against the Jets. And in college, Jimmy's Arkansas State over 62. SMU -2.5 against Baylor. Kansas +7 over Missouri. Tulane and South Alabama over 51. There's our best bets. We are back. Regular routine. It'll be out Thursday this week. Next week, though, we got to record a day late. I got something on our regular Wednesday, but it'll be out next Friday next week. So Thursday this week, Friday next week, then we'll be back in a routine. So thanks for joining us. Football's back. College and NFL. Have a great weekend of football. See you guys next week. See you, Jimmy.
See you.